There's a silent epidemic going on right now, and it's not something you'll see in the headlines. It's the feeling of being behind. You wake up, you pick up your phone, and within 30 seconds, you are bombarded with the highlight reels of everyone else's life. You see the 20-year-old crypto millionaire, the influencer who seems to have the perfect body and the perfect relationship, and the old high school friend who just got promoted to a corner office. And then you look at your own life. Maybe you're struggling to pay rent. Maybe you're mourning a relationship that fell apart. Maybe you're working a job that drains your soul every single day. You feel like you're losing. You feel like the clock is ticking, and you've somehow missed the boat. If that is you, I want you to take a deep breath. Because what I'm about to tell you is the hardest truth you'll ever have to swallow. But it's also the only thing that will set you free. Nobody is coming to save you. No one is going to knock on your door with a suitcase full of cash and a map to your purpose. Your life is 100% your responsibility. And while that sounds heavy, it is actually the greatest gift you could ever receive. Because if you are the one who messed it up, you are also the only one who can fix it. We live in a culture that worships overnight success. We love the finished product, but we hate the process. We want the prize, but we are allergic to the pain. But let me tell you something about the people you admire. Every single one of them has a chapter 0. They have a version of themselves that was broken, and terrified. The only difference between them and the people who never make it is that they refused to let a bad chapter be the end of their book. The problem is that we are addicted to comparison. We compare our behind-the-scenes footage with everyone else's best moments. It's a game you can never win. You are playing a game where the rules are rigged by algorithms designed to make you feel inadequate. The moment you stop looking at the person next to you and start looking at the person in the mirror, everything changes. Your only competition is the person you were yesterday. If you can be 1% better today than you were yesterday, you are winning. It doesn't sound sexy. It doesn't make for a great viral clip. But it is how empires are built. Let's talk about Stoicism. It's an ancient philosophy, but it's more relevant today than ever. The core of it is simple. Focus on what you can control and ignore everything else. You can't control the economy. You can't control what your ex says about you. You can't control the weather or the traffic. If you spend your emotional energy on those things, you are essentially giving away your power. You are a victim of your circumstances. But what can you control? You can control what time you get out of bed. You can control how much effort you put into your work. You can control how you speak to yourself when you fail. You can control the food you put in your body and the content you consume on your phone.
When you narrow your focus to these things, the world starts to feel a lot smaller and a lot more manageable. You stop being a spectator in your own life, and you start being the lead actor. Many of you feel stuck because you're waiting for motivation to strike. You think that one day you'll wake up and suddenly feel like working out, or starting that business, or writing that book. Here is a newsflash. Motivation is a feeling, and feelings are unreliable. Motivation is like a fair weather friend. It's there when things are easy, but it vanishes the moment things get hard. What you need isn't motivation, it's discipline. Discipline is the highest form of self-love.
It's the ability to tell yourself, I'm going to do this because I promised myself I would, even when you don't feel like it. When you have discipline, you don't need the world to be perfect to be productive. You become a person of your word. And when you start keeping the promises you make to yourself, your self-esteem skyrockets. You don't need a therapist to tell you you're worthy. You have the evidence of your own actions. Think about your life as a series of micro-wins. If you're in a dark place right now, don't try to change your whole life in 24 hours. Just win the next 10 minutes. Don zep keban lamviek kuaban. Call that person back. Go for a walk. These small actions create momentum, and momentum is the most powerful force in the universe. Once you get moving, it becomes much harder to stop you. Now, let's talk about failure. In America, we talk about the American dream, but the secret ingredient of that dream is actually failure. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of it. If you aren't failing, you aren't trying anything new. You aren't stretching yourself. You aren't growing. The most successful people in the world are the ones who have failed the most times. They just didn't stay down. When you fail, the world will try to label you. It will try to tell you that you're done, that you're a has-been, or that you never had it in the first place. But you have to realize that failure is just data. It's just feedback. It's the universe telling you, that way didn't work. Try this way. Don't take it personally. Use it. Let the sting of failure be the fuel that drives you to work harder. There is nothing more dangerous than a person who has been pushed to the bottom and decides to stand back up. That person has no more fear because they've already seen the worst and they survived. I want you to embrace the underdog mentality. There is something beautiful about being the person that no one expects to win. When you're at the bottom, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. You can take risks, you can be bold, you can be delusional enough to believe that you can change your reality. Every great story in human history is about an underdog who refused to quit. Why can't that be you? You have to protect your peace. In this digital age, everyone wants a piece of your attention. They want you to be angry. They want you to be scared. They want you to be distracted. Because a distracted person is easy to control. A scared person
is easy to sell to. Turn off the noise. Spend time in silence. Get to know who you are when no one is watching. What do you actually value? What do you actually want? Not what your parents want or what society tells you to want, but what you want.
If you want a soft life, go get it. If you want to be a billionaire, go build it. But do it for the right reasons. Do it because it aligns with your soul, not because you're trying to prove something to people who don't even care about you. As we move toward the end of this talk, I want to challenge you. I want you to look at your life not as it is, but as it could be. I want you to stop making excuses. I'm too old. I'm too young. I don't have enough money. I don't have the right connections. Those are just stories you tell yourself to stay comfortable in your mediocrity. The truth is, there has never been a better time in history to build something from nothing. You have the sum of all human knowledge in your pocket. You have the ability to reach millions of people with the click of a button. The only thing standing in your way is your own fear of judgment. What if they laugh at you? Let them laugh. What if you fail? Start again. What if you look stupid?
Looking stupid is the price of admission for becoming a master. Everyone who is great at something was once terrible at it. They were just willing to look stupid long enough to get good. This is your wake-up call. The someday you keep talking about. It doesn't exist. There is only now. You don't need to see the whole staircase to take the first step. You just need to have enough courage to put one foot in front of the other.
Your past does not define you. Your mistakes do not define you. The only thing that defines you is what you do in this moment and the moment after that. You are the author of your own story. If you don't like how the current chapter is going, grab the pen and start writing a new one. The world is waiting for you to show up. Not the filtered version of you, but the real, raw, disciplined, and determined version of you. It's time to stop complaining and start creating. It's time to stop wishing and start working. You have the power to rebuild. You have the power to win. But you have to choose it. Every single day, you have to choose it. So what is it going to be? Are you going to keep scrolling and wishing things were different? Or are you going to put your phone down, stand up, and start building the life you were meant to live? The choice is yours. It always has been. Stay strong, stay focused, and never ever settle for less than you are capable of becoming.
I'll see you at the top.